wearing diapers, or are you just like straight into your pants?
No, he's got
You
the.
hear that? You hear that squish? You hear that squish?
Oh, you're not even wearing pants. Oh, okay.
He's sitting on. Sitting on the Dune popcorn bucket. He didn't want us to know that he actually bought one.
Hey, listen, guys. If I bought the bucket, I'd show off the bucket. People are flouting that thing like a badge of pride.
I feel like.
Didn't buy it because everyone else was doing it. At that point, I'm like, well, then I'm just everybody else.
Oh shit! Mike just got Sea of Thieves. He Sea of Thieves the bucket.
Did you at least fuck somebody else's bucket?
Yeah.
I mean, it was offered. Don't get me wrong.
I feel like there's a very easy slam dunk, unless someone else has already done it. I'm sure maybe someone has. If not, someone should probably I don't know, make a Mr. Bucket video, but the Dune bucket, I don't know. Like I know there's the SNL music video, but I feel like there's a very easy Mr. Bucket Dune. Put your balls in my mouth. Like it's there. You know what I mean? Like it's there.
Yeah, I suppose we can workshop it. If we were like four actual comedy writers and not just four douchebags, it could be. We could iron something out.
Yeah. I mean, who said I was a douchebag?
I did just now.
I mean, you're not wrong. I didn't know if someone else was saying it. I was like, oh shit, did the word get out? But let's stop fucking lollygagging, beating around the bush here, because we are rolling into our double feature PTC Movie Club episode for the February picks, which were last episode that we just recorded. That is available also when you're watching or listening to this, is for the creator. This is going to be our Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles I almost said Turtles in Time, Mutant Mayhem double feature for Mike for his PTC Movie Club pick for February. So we'll do an abridged intro and an abridged outro, and we'll just get right into the mix here. Of course, as always, welcome to the Pass Control Podcast. I'm your host, Brenden, and joining me is the anime senpai himself, Mr. Michael Desir. Mike, how are you doing tonight?
This is a bridge. Just keep it rolling.
Okay.
Man.
Also joining us, of course, is the Disney daddy, Dominic 40. Whoa, I hopped over one. And then rounding us out is the Fortnite father himself, Mr. Todd Gary. Shit's getting scary. We're here to talk about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem. Very super quick housekeeping things. The PTC Movie Club pick for March is Dom's pick, and Dom is going to pick Poor Things as long as it shows up on Hulu within the next week, as it's alleged supposed to be doing. So as of right now, it is Poor Things. If you don't want to make that commitment yet, if Poor Things doesn't show up on Hulu, he is going to change it to Good Time.
Good Time.
Is that already streaming somewhere?
It is. Yep, it is part of the A24 going to HBO Max deal.
Gotcha. So there's that. We are not doing a double feature, but
I mean, we could.
Keep this in mind as we're rolling into a 3-hour night of podcast tonight. Do you want to do that again at the end of March?
I don't really care, but I don't want to do it to everybody else.
Yeah. As of right now, we'll keep it as a Poor Things situation. Hopefully.
I've heard Poor Things is basically like a straight up porn.
Porn things?
Porn things.
Wait, is that what the movie is about? What the fuck is the movie about?
What do you think?
You guess. About? What do you guess?
Well, I think.
Oh yeah, that's true. What do you think?
And this is going off of what Jen has said about the movie, who has also not watched it, but Jen said it's so this, like by de facto, this is just what I think the movie's about. So this is if we're correct, it's Jen. If we're wrong, it's Jen. But she said the movie is like about they create this robot, which is Emma Stone, and she's just like a sex robot or something, or whatever. I don't know.
Sex robot.
So that would back up Todd saying that's just fucking a porn movie. So
if we don't watch Poor Things, what do you think Good Time's about?
Also about porn.
Who do you think Good Time? Who do you think's in Good Time?
I don't know. At first when you said A24, I was like, oh, is this the fucking Beau is Afraid? And I was like, wait, no, I know the name of that movie. It's not Beau is Afraid.
Yeah, it's the Uncut Gem director.
Oh Jesus! Then it's about fucking probably shit I don't want. Okay, there you go. Good time. It's about getting high or something. It's about drugs. I don't know.
If you thought Uncut Gems was stressful, Good Times is
great. This is going to be about a bad drug trip. That's what I think this movie's about now.
It's not an adaptation of Good Times.
No, definitely not.
It is. It's a straight adaptation, but Robert Pattinson plays the lead.
Pattinson's in this.
Yeah,
I know Mike.
Is this the one that's in black and white with Willem Dafoe, who's also in Poor Things?
No, that's the one where they're in a lighthouse. It's called The Lighthouse.
Well, wait, which one's the one where about Colin Farrell turning into a lobster? What's that one called?
Oh yeah, that one's called The Lobster.
Ah, you don't say.
Someone picked that movie. I want to watch that movie. Anyways,
I had considered picking movies where people turn into things.
That's the same director, isn't it? As Poor Things.
I have no idea.
Lobster. I think The Lobster is the same director as Poor Things.
I have no idea. I don't know anything about movies. We are walking a very dangerous path down the same fucking road we just went. So I'm gonna take the wheel here for a second. I'm gonna pull us back into the station and other quick housekeeping things. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth review, spoiler free, is up over at passcontroller.io, as well as the cocktail for the game, the live stream, both on our YouTube channel as well as on the website. And there's also an episode of the podcast where we talk about Final Fantasy VII Rebirth review, spoiler free. So if you're worried about spoilers for the game, I do not talk about the story at all. So in any detail, so that you don't have to worry about spoilers there. At some point we will do a spoiler cast, which we will talk about everything, but that's not yet. So anyways.
Todd, you are right.
It is the
director of Poor Things did The Lobster.
Yeah, he did Killing of Sacred Deer too, I think. With what's Colin.
Interesting. So yeah, we will we'll watch Poor Things, probably, maybe Good Time, who knows. We'll see.
Maybe both.
Maybe. But let's bring us to where we are tonight, which is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem. So if you haven't watched that film, you don't want to hear spoilers about it, this is your last chance to back out and come back another time. But let's get right into it. Mike, since it's your pick, Todd has seen it too many times. Dom, this was your first time watching it, right?
It was.
Mine as well. Mike, I did it again. What the fuck is wrong with me?
I don't know. You've got fucking, I don't know, holes in your brain.
I mean, that's probably true. This movie, I am so gone. What is happening? I am not drunk. I'm not even buzzed. I've had one drink.
Maybe you didn't have enough coffee today. I know you.
I've had too much coffee today. Maybe that's what it is. I had a lot of coffee today. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe I'm just fucking too spun up. Regardless, Mike, your pick. Obviously, remove yourself if you know what these are, but Rotten Tomatoes, tomato meter, and audience score, Mike.
I want these things to both be in the 90s. I don't know if it is, but I want them both to be in the 90s. So I'm going to say 90 and 95.
Okay. Todd?
I'm going to say 93-88.
Okay. Dom?
I'm going to say 95-90. That's the reverse of Mike's, right?
Yes.
I think it is.
It is.
You're a fucking piece of shit.
He is a piece of shit because him doing that just fucking bullseyed both of them. It is a 95 critic, 90 audience.
Yeah.
So thank you, Mike, for getting Dom the right answer. With a budget of why does this not show the budget anymore? Why does no one want to show the budget? Budget.
They're embarrassed. They're embarrassed about how much money they spent.
According to the internet, with a budget of $70 million, where do we think this came in on the worldwide box office?
130.
Okay.
Whoa,
Okay.
you took mine.
Todd, where you at?
Say 125.
Okay. Dom, take us home.
Do I Price's Right rules, Mike?
I'm gonna go 131.
Yeah.
I was gonna do that.
I'm gonna go 130 million and $1. I'm gonna go 150 million.
You're gonna go 150. Well, good on Dom for having faith in a fucking banger of a movie. It took in 180 million worldwide. But this is what I'm gonna say off the top, and then we'll get into how we normally do it, and I'll stop cutting you off here, Mike. This movie was fucking phenomenal. I loved this fucking movie, and
it could have been a little shorter.
I would have been fine if it was longer. It was so fucking good. It was so fucking good. This is what makes me so sad. This movie was phenomenal, and without looking into it, the conversation around then at the time, I had the impression that it did not perform well in theaters. And based off of that budget and take, I don't know if that's considered like a big W for them.
For a Ninja Turtle movie, it's probably not that great.
But like in comparison, which I'm not trying to compare these two movies because I both think they're phenomenal and they're both doing different things. But like Across the Spider-Verse did 690 million, which like, I don't know. I feel like this movie could have done more. Like, it's wild.
I think it's
to me.
like 400 minimum.
I think that like both everything about it, the animation to the acting, like I think everything about it is like up there with Spider-Verse. You know what I mean? And I don't know. I was so
on the plus side.
Go ahead.
We're getting a TV show that leads into a movie that just got announced. So they're still rolling with it at least, which is huge.
Yeah, I don't know if I need the TV show aspect. I'm not gonna lie.
It's just gonna be them in high school basically and fighting people.
All right, good. Then keep that to the TV show. I don't know if I'll watch that. You gotta download fucking probably Paramount Plus to watch that. I mean, I pay for it.
You already have it. What are you
I use
I
Paramount
know,
Plus.
but I don't want to have it, Mike. I'm gonna forget.
I keep watching Big Brother.
I need to remember. I should do it right now. I'm not going to, but I need to remember that I have a 14-day, now 13-day trial of Crunchyroll active. I need to cancel this fucking subscription because I don't need to add another subscription onto my palette. I just wanted to watch fucking Susume. Anyways, TMNT Mutant Mayhem, Mike, take it away.
Yeah, it was a great film. You guys should have watched it in theaters like I did.
Me too.
Mike, I don't go to the movies.
I know. And I'm saying that is a personal problem of yours.
Yes, listen, I like the movies. Sorry, Mike, I only go to the movies to see MCU films because I don't want spoiled things.
Which you shouldn't bother anymore with MCU.
Stop that. I still will. MCU films, Mario movie and its sequels, and Nintendo movies in general now. And Advent Children. Those are the only things I see.
Oh, yeah, you just...
But Advent Children is like one. It's like a two-part here. It's, I guess, a 3-part. I've never seen it, so
cool. Rebirth.
Yeah, I've never seen it, so cool to see it. It's a weird thing to get put back into the theaters, so like it's a cool thing. And like I looked at the fucking theater purchases, and it's like there was like 6 people there. We were good, except for that one. I forgot to talk to you about this after the movie.
That family kept walking in and out,
but they also were walking in and out at like the past an hour mark. Like it was so far into the movie.
We were so deep into the film,
and
they were like,
and not only that, it's like I find it hard to believe that was the movie they were actually trying to see because like they had a lot of small kids with them, and the movie was in Japanese. So like I just don't think they were there to take.
Oh, was it dubbed?
That showing was not dubbed. I think they were probably trying to watch Demon Slayer.
Jen just texted me and said, "You sound very mad." Anyways, let's get back to the matter at hand. TMNT. Mike loved it. Todd, what are you feeling about this?
Love it, man. I've been singing this movie's praises since fucking opening day. Love everything about this movie.
Wait, I thought you didn't see it in theaters.
No, it's a kid's first movie they saw. Second or first. Second movie they saw. But yeah, they are obsessed with it. Like I said, I've watched it probably about 20 times. Soundtrack's amazing. Animation's awesome.
Were they Turtles?
No, not really.
Beforehand?
No, not really. This made them definitely like the Ninja Turtles. So
yeah, if
you saw like the amount of Ninja Turtle, the amount of Ninja Turtle toys we have from this film is probably like $300+ worth. No, it's probably $500 actually. That's how much Ninja Turtle toys they have from this movie.
Jeez.
Yeah, no, the movie's great. I like the original take on it. I like that the turtles are actually like high school kids. Yeah, there's so much I like about this movie. It's when we start getting it. There, even little things like the scene behind Dom right now. I love how everyone gets to kick down the door except for the most aggressive turtle, Raphael. The fucking Quickie-Mart doors just slide open, and he's just it's
Uh-oh.
He muted himself.
Yeah, you muted
Todd,
yourself,
you muted yourself.
I was saying I think
He's like, this movie's so.
Yeah. No, but that whole scene with Raphael is so good, and like it seems like they had a lot of love for the source material, but also like changed some things a little bit, and I think everything worked. Yeah, it was great.
Yeah. What about you, Dom? Overall,
I mean,
all right.
no, it was good. Could have been a little shorter.
Fair.
I liked it. I mean, we'll get into it, but possibly my favorite part of. I mean, the fight, like I can't even remember what song is playing anymore.
No diggity.
Yeah, No Diggity. The No Diggity fight scene is like one of the best.
Good. It is so good.
One of the best like fight scenes to come out of a movie in a while.
The way they do everything too, yeah, it's so good.
It's their hallway scene, fucking cranked all the way up. It's so good. Yeah. It's so good. It's so funny because when I was watching it, I was watching the movie. I was like texting Todd, like kind of sporadically throughout, and I was like, "This movie is so fucking good. Like, I don't understand how good this movie. Like, it's so good." And Todd was like, "How far are you?" And I was like, "I think I'm at the midway point." And he just wrote "No diggity?" ? And I was like, "No." And then literally like 5 minutes later, I hit that scene. And like as soon as the song started playing, I was like, I sat up all the way. I was like, I mean, this has got to be a ridiculous scene if Todd texted me "No diggity," and it was fucking incredible. I feel like I cut you off, Dom, but
I was gonna say like that was probably my favorite part of the movie, but probably my second favorite part was introducing Paul Rudd.
Oh yeah,
I don't know why that made me laugh so much.
Yeah, that whole scene at the bowling alley is great. Like when they like go there to go after Superfly, and then they're just like, it's so good.
Yeah, it's such a good movie. It's such a well cast movie.
Even fucking what's his face? Post Malone was really good.
Right, he was great.
Like I don't know. I didn't see it at the time, and like usually when there's like dumb conversations about anything that comes out, whether it's a movie, game, whatever, TV show, and it's like people complain about fucking April or whatever, Master Splinter and stuff, and it's like I just tune that shit out because I'm like more than half of this is probably just not actual criticism or critique. It's just like people are mad April's black or something. Like it's just like it's dumb shit. And it made me even more mad watching the movie when I was like, how were people mad at April? And I don't know what their reasons were because I don't care to even find out. But how are people mad when like right now Ayo Adebri's like everyone fucking loves this actress and is like can't get enough of her, and I was so aggravated. I was like, what the fuck is going on?
As I remember, the complaints I saw about it were before the movie came out. It was really just like, here are the character designs, and people were just upset at her character design. Gotcha. I don't know if they had any problem with how she was portrayed.
Yeah, they were like, oh, she's not pretty. She's like, yeah.
But I also think that like all of the human characters in this movie and was like the design choice of like they all have a very specific look. Jackie Chan is also phenomenal in this movie. Like I will say one of my favorite scenes in the movie is towards the end when Splinter gets his fight scene in the lab, because everything about the choreography of that scene was just a fucking Jackie Chan movie. Like he was using like the fucking setting around him to like beat people up. He was like using an office chair and like a jar, and like it was just a Jackie Chan fight scene, and it was fucking
I also
incredible.
love that scene because like I like how they talk about how they want to they take their blood, and then they're actually taking their blood.
Yeah, it was a good long running gag that like had a good payoff. That like
it's a great payoff.
Like that could have very easily just been a dumb joke that they wrote that was like, we don't even have nipples, and like that could have been the extent of the joke, and for it to pay off at the end, I was like, all right, that was like a pretty good joke to bring up more than once and to end it that way. It was funny.
Are they milking you? No.
But Splinter's so good when he does his like fucking I'm gonna give the long version, and he like tells the story of. It's just it's such a goofy movie that is so fucking good.
Even them just sitting down watching Ferris Bueller's Day Off, I like love that shit. Like like when they're watching on the roof and everything, and it's just so good.
It's really good. The animation is like to talk. We really did because it was this. All three of those movies were last year, right? This Spider-Verse and Mario.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you get Mario, which is like a super well done, like Pixar, not Pixar, the other one,
Illumination.
Pixar / Illumination style of like that type of animation that's like very well done, very high quality. Then you get Spider-Verse, which is like, I don't even know how to describe. That's like a million different types of fucking animation styles like wrapped into one. So much cool stuff going on there. And then you get this that's like, the way it looks so much, like it's obviously not stop motion, but like it like looks kind of stop motion just because of the way it's animated and like the thick like outlines and like I don't know. I'm like a sucker for how this movie was animated. It's so good. And Todd's right. Like the soundtrack to this film, like we got not only a movie geared towards kids that's animated, that's really good, but like it has a fucking Ante Up in it. Yeah, among other songs, like it just has bangers in it. Like it has such a good soundtrack.
I mean, the bad guy is Ice Cube,
right?
I mean, that's true. And like some of his lines are ridiculous.
He's great too. He's so good.
He just kept referencing his own music.
Yes, yeah.
Little bonuses.
It's so good. Do we know who is supposed to play Shredder, or is that not a thing that people know?
I don't think we know yet. Yeah.
I wonder who they're gonna cast for that.
Do we assume Baxter Stockman dies at the beginning? Because I feel like that's such a waste of what's his face.
I hope he's not. Like the first time I watched it, I was pretty sure.
I'm assuming he's just going to probably come back as a giant fly, like human guy. Like
right. I think he's just in a robot suit, maybe with a crane.
Oh yeah.
Inside, I feel like they did that. They did that in one of the animated series. But yeah, the first time I watched it, I thought he died. I thought like, oh, that's too bad that they killed him off. But this time that I watched it, I'm like, you know what? He probably could have survived that. I think they dragged him out in a way where he probably was just incapacitated.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I think everyone that has a voice in this film is so fucking good. Like obviously AO is great, but I don't think I know any of the kids that play the turtles outside of this film, and like
I think you do. I think
they're fucking fantastic.
I mean, yeah, they're kids. I don't know. If
they're kids playing kids. I mean,
no, but like they're just like
that was the best way to do it.
Oh, 100%. But like they're all so good. Like they were just like.
They said they had them just in a room like talking, just basically talking.
I believe that because there are definitely some scenes that I don't want to say they feel ad-libbed, but like there are just some scenes that feel like they are recording it like live, like they're like together in a room. And not just like doing separate sessions reading lines. Like when April's like filming them like after the fucking hallways to the no diggity scene, and they're just like going on this like ridiculous tangent about like I think it's fucking Leo is like no, I think it's Donatello is like let me do it. Do it like a real gangster. And then like they just go on this whole tangent of like I don't even remember what the fuck they were saying, but it's so good. And I think Leo is like twerking at some point. It's like, you know what scene I'm talking about?
Yes. Yeah, it was really good. Yeah, having them get to interact like that was definitely an energy that you don't see enough in animated films like that.
Yeah, no, it was fantastic. Like I can't stop thinking about this movie. Like this is such a good movie.
Yeah, this is a movie that I should make an effort to buy it physical. I forgot to do that. I don't think I saw it in stores at any point. Because I would like to own it rather than have to rely on Paramount Plus or whatever.
Yeah, I meant to ask this at the top of this episode. What is everyone's relationship with the turtles? Like, like, do the turtles mean anything to any of you?
Let's start with Todd because Todd was a teenager when the show first came out.
I saw them all in the theaters. Like I saw those. Those were like massive movies to me. I was obsessed.
I will say
the games, everything.
there are a lot of references to all types of things in this movie. I'm happy that one of the few references, I'm happy that like that was one of the few references to like the old movies, was just like a brief moment of like, if you know what this is, cool. If you don't know what it is, like it's just, I don't know, maybe silly to you or whatever, but like it was like quick there and move on.
Clearly, like Ninja Turtles 2 from the originals was like a core memory for me, because I can remember it being in the theater with my parents. I can remember where I sat. I can remember everything about that. But walking out of that movie, I remember everything about that fucking movie because I was so excited for it.
It's funny. I maybe not Logan because he's younger, but I guarantee Liam will fucking remember like as a core memory this being like
this
movie
and the Mario
with
movie,
you.
I'm sure. Yeah, definitely. And I think Logan too, because Logan fucking is still obsessed with Ninja Turtles. Like he's like where Liam likes him, but like he loves the movie, but like Logan's obsessed.
Yeah. What about you guys? Turtles, big impact for you or?
Yes. I know I used to love watching the cartoon as a kid.
Cartoon was amazing too. Yeah.
I did have the first movie on VHS. Was one of the few movies that I owned that I used to.
And it still holds up.
Yeah, I used to rewatch all the time. Honestly, the epitome of cool to me was an underground kid casino with a skate park, and you could buy cigarettes. I'm like, that's fucking hype as hell. I'd work for the Foot Clan.
What about you, Dom?
Yeah, I mean, I grew up watching the movies, watching the cartoon, playing the arcade game.
Yeah,
but yeah, I was more of a Biker Mice from Mars guy.
That's true.
Turtles have always been a big part of my, like, they were a big part of my childhood. Like if I had to like go back and kind of sift through like the popular things, or I guess even the not popular things that like were major parts of me growing up, it was like obviously like there's the video game side of like Mario and Zelda were like big parts. And then when Pokemon came out, whatever, and other things too, but like Mario and Zelda, and to an extent Sonic. But like and obviously TMNT had games too, which were a big part of my childhood too. But like if you go to like more the cartoon side of things, it was like Turtles was probably the thing for me and my brothers. It was like we had not a lot of action figures. And like we might have had like some G.I. Joe, and maybe my older brother might have had like some He-Man or something, but like I would say predominantly we had Turtles fucking action figures. And I know that was a big part of why Turtles were popular back then, was like action figures. But it's like so much about the Turtles is like core memory for me. Like I remember there was one Christmas where we got like whatever their vehicle was, it called the Turtle Wagon? What the fuck was their truck called?
Was it the Shell Wagon? No, I don't remember.
I don't remember either. But like we got that one year, and that was like one of the bigger like group fucking toys we got, and it was just like the dumbest shit. But it was like I think we got like an ooze toy at one time that like made a fucking mess everywhere because it was fucking ooze.
Yeah. Ooze, yeah, just because of the,
But like we had this like shitty toy box that was just like a box, but it was like a box that had the turtles on each fucking side of it. Like the turtles were such a big part of my childhood, where like I'll go long stretches of time where it's like I kind of forget how much I used to fucking love the turtles. So I'm happy to like that we get this sort, because I don't know, and granted, not all this shit is for us, but like I haven't watched like modern Nickelodeon TMNT. Like I don't know what those cartoons are like, if they're good or bad or whatever. I didn't see. What was the movie before this? Was that a Transformers guy?
The Michael Bay ones?
Yeah.
The Michael Bay ones.
I never saw any of those. I don't know if they're
good
or
there was one in between too, right? There
Yeah.
was two Michael Bay ones, and then there was another animated like CGI one before this one. I forget what that one was called.
Yeah. So like
Or who was involved.
maybe I'll watch some of those at some point. But like the Turtles like have had large swaths of time with me where I've kind of like been away. But like I also didn't really love some of the more modern designs in certain things. Like I just don't like some of the evolution of turtle
the
design.
animation of like the Nickelodeon show, because we decided to try it out, and it was like really jarring animation. Like it was like boxy kind of. It was weird.
But like this iteration of the Turtles is so fucking good. I love their personality. I love the design choices. I mean, another modern take, like the Fortnite versions of the Turtles are fucking great. Like I think they have great designs in Fortnite. I will say one of my favorite scenes in the movie is very close to the beginning when it's not full silhouettes because I'm pretty sure it's still in color, but it's them on a roof and they have their white eyes for no fucking reason other than just like it's a cool shot and a reference to like original turtle design. And it was like visually one of my favorite scenes in the movie because I was like, this has no explanation. It doesn't fucking need an explanation. I don't care that they did this as like a here you go to fucking older people. It was perfect. No notes. Like it was like it made no sense. They didn't call any other attention to it. They didn't explain why they didn't have fucking pupils. It was just, no, they're just going to look like this for a quick second and that's what you get. And it was so good. It's so stupid and so good.
Yeah, this was just a solid film, which is why this was why I initially meant to pick this movie. Going to the movie, it was like, oh yeah, it was a movie that I wanted to pick because I knew it was a good movie that you guys hadn't watched yet, and I spaced out what it was.
Now that we're on the other side of a double feature, I'm happy that it was, because if it was like TMNT and then you added on the creator, I would have been mad. But I'm so happy you added on TMNT because I'm so happy I watched this movie finally. Because I needed like a reason to watch it, and here we are, and it was fucking perfection.
Goddamn right.
The April O'Puke stuff is also great.
Yeah.
And like I like how it does it again, like towards the end when she's like breaks into Channel 6 News or whatever. It's just dumb shit that I think works really well. I think she's also really good at just like kind of rambling, because I feel like some of her lines are probably like in addition to what was written down. Like I feel like there are probably takes that were just additional rambles that got kind of added into the mix. Because if you've been watching any of the awards like shows that have been airing, the Bears winning fucking pretty much everything it's nominated for, which in turn means that AO is winning a lot and giving a lot of speeches, and her speeches are always like very entertaining and kind of rambly. So I don't know. I feel like some of that bled into this character, which I think works really well.
Yeah. What else did I want to say? Nope, I lost it.
Okay. Were you happy or mad at the choice of this first movie's villain being other mutants and not Shredder?
I think this is kind of... I wasn't mad. I'll just say that. I wasn't mad. I feel like with these established IPs, whenever they're adapting it for the umpteenth time, your options are either start off with the big guy that everyone knows and run with that, or save that for an inevitable sequel. Like, oh no, let's not blow our load too early.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm okay with it, and I think Superfly was, a fun villain. I don't know how I feel about Bebop and Rocksteady kind of being their friends at the end, because like, I mean, unless they decide to completely change them, I expect for them to start working for Shredder at some point.
Yeah, I'm sure that there will be some change of hands, but it also will be interesting though, because it like the kind of the crux of how the story ends in this movie is like Superfly wanted to, like, what Superfly wanted to accomplish, the other mutants were all like, actually, we don't want that. So I guess it will kind of depend on what Shredder's motivations are.
Yeah.
And what how that gets translated to them. I will say, I guess for a movie that I think had pretty stellar, everyone that had a voice was great. John Cena, I think, was the only one that I was kind of like, I don't even like remember hearing John Cena's voice, to the point where I didn't even know who fucking played. I forget who he plays, Bebop or Rocksteady. I can't remember.
John Cena is Bebop.
Like I
No,
couldn't
John
even
Cena is
Rocksteady.
Rocksteady.
Bebop was Seth
with
Rogen.
Seth
Seth
Rogen. Like
Rogen,
I
yeah.
couldn't even tell you a line that he had said in the film.
I mean, Bebop and Rocksteady weren't big characters in the movie.
Yeah, they
I mean,
were.
physically, they were big, but
They were
yes,
big characters, but they weren't
When they go to meet Superfly, and they pull up, and Bebop and Rocksteady are like, it's a close up on fucking his nipples, and like they got a boombox. It was the most bonkers fucking introduction. Like that was like, it was such a good fucking scene. Fuck man, it's a really fucking good movie.
It was a good movie. What else did I want to say? Yeah, it was a good introduction for Superfly. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. It's just a good movie.
It is a really good movie.
I thought having Superfly just continue to reference Ice Cube songs was pretty fun.
It was perfect. I'm trying to see if I had any other notes down that I wanted to mention at the beginning of the movie. Like, there's so many turtle references throughout the film that are great, but then there are like obviously real world references that are good. And probably my favorite one in the movie, I forget which turtle says it, but I think it's at the beginning of the movie. They're talking about, I forget what the fuck they're talking about or how it gets brought up, but like they mention like, I think someone mentions Drake and then someone mentions someone else. And then one of the turtles mentions, I'd like to meet Guy Fieri. I've always wanted to go to Flavortown. And it's like the most bizarre, why is this a line in this movie? But it was like, this is so ridiculous.
Yeah, it was good.
I forget what the conversation, I think they must be like, I don't know what the fuck they're talking about.
I think they were just talking about like if they got accepted into the real world too, what they'd like to do.
Okay.
Like, people thought they were cool.
Yeah.
I liked when Splinter was throwing them the little party in the sewer.
The Chris's
He was like,
night.
"Hey, I'm Chris Pine.
I'm the best Chris.
I'm the best."
Yeah, that was good. It's so bizarre, but it was so funny. Like that was the thing.
Which raises a question. As much as Splinter hates humans, he knows the Chris's, and he's able to just be like, "Hey, I'm Chris Pine. I'm the best." Like he'll stake his little fake party on that.
Listen, like there's a few times there's like some weird inconsistencies, whether it's like references to like clearly turtle lore or whatever, or because there's definitely one thing that it's at the beginning of the movie that Splinter says. He like explains something about the turtles and then says it, and then he literally says like, and you don't have to think more about that. It makes total sense. Yeah. It's like it's so dumb, and I love it.
I was older, so I grew faster, or something like that.
Yeah, I grew up into an old mouse or old rat, and you were younger, so you're baby turtles. It's like that doesn't make any fucking sense. Yeah, it's fucking good. Like, yes, Splinter's trying to keep them sheltered and keep them there, keep them whatever, and it's like they all have cell phones.
Well, yeah, because they go out for family-sized Doritos. He needs to keep tabs on them. Like, hey, where are you guys?
Oh, I feel like there was something on the grocery list at the beginning too that I thought was funny. Maybe I can't remember it now. I do like that they reference pizza a lot, just because it's like tied to old turtles. So I don't know. It's good. No
what
notes.
am I supposed to do? I've just got a big stick.
That was a funny scene because like as a kid, I definitely had those conversations of like everyone else has these cool weapons and Donatello has a fucking stick. It was pretty good. And then when he's using the stick against me, such a good line.
I'm being mollywopped.
The fact that they said mollywop more than once in this movie, I was also like, I feel like I watched something recently too that I was very confused when they referenced they said wombo combo. I don't think it was this movie. I think it was something else. But I was like, wombo combo has like come across outside of this into this. I was very confused. I forget what it was in. If it wasn't in this movie, I'm not gonna be able to remember what it was.
I don't remember, but
wombo
combo is fun to say.
Have we tapped out the conversation on TMNT? Are we done?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Rose Byrne being in this movie was kind of weird.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Why? Why is that?
I just thought it was weird that she was a voice in this movie. And she like
Does she have an
close with
accent
Seth Rogen.
in real
He's
life?
close with Seth. It's just
Yeah.
because he's close with Seth Rogen because of like
Yeah.
Neighbors and everything. And
yeah.
who did she play? Did she play Wingnut? I can't remember who she played.
She
Yes.
plays the Australian
Yes.
one, no, the alligator, right?
No.
No,
I
that's
think she plays
Leatherface is what's oh maybe she did play Leatherface.
I have the IMDb up. She plays Leatherhead.
Oh, she does play Leatherhead.
Wingnut is Natasha Demetrio. Natasha, I don't know who that is. They did reference anime a lot, which Donatello is your favorite turtle, Mike, right?
I don't know if I ever had a. I'm trying to remember if I had a favorite turtle because I think
Donatello was always mine.
I think on some level as a child I just went with Michelangelo just because his name was Michelangelo.
Okay.
And I never gave it much more thought than that. Like I think my understanding of the turtles came strictly from the theme song where Michelangelo was a party dude. Like I don't.
Shit. Mike's a party dude.
But I did appreciate the fact that Donatello was like, he's like, they like Attack on Titan. I don't even know these guys, but they're like my best friends.
Yeah, he's the real anime senpai, Mike. You might need to change your pick. Donatello might have to be your guy now.
Yeah, I don't know, but also Raphael was cool because like he had an edge and he wore that trench coat in that movie. All I can say is that I never cared about Leo.
Yeah, same.
I like Leo. Leo's probably my favorite.
That means your name would be Leonardo. Nardo.
I'm trying to see. There was definitely another reference that I wanted to bring up. I feel like they referenced Avengers multiple times. I don't know if there was like a reasoning other than that.
They could.
It's just trying to save a dying universe, probably. Give it some.
Give it some juice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I feel like I've said all I needed to say about this movie. It's really fucking good. Like
So good. So good.
I'm happy it's getting a sequel. I'll probably watch the TV show, but like I don't need a TV show, but it's there, so I'll probably watch it. But I hope the second movie is not dependent on watching the TV show because I don't know if I want to watch the TV show, but we'll see.
I can't imagine that it will be.
Yeah. Especially if it's going to focus on them being in school. I would imagine that school will sure play a role in the second movie, but I think there's going to be like the B plot, not the A plot.
Yeah. It's mostly about Shredder being tasked to hunt down turtles, and the school might get involved in some capacity because, like, hey, I know these kids go to school here.
You're a fucking school, Mike. Cool. All right. I mean, if that's all we got on the turtles, we can move on.
What's the next movie?
Turtle.
The next movie?
Was that a threefer?
Poor things. Oh yeah, the next movie is we're watching the documentary of Flavortown. All right. Well, that'll bring us to the end of the show, which of course is everyone's favorite time where we get to turn this off. But let me pull up the leaderboard. Since it is a movie episode, we are going to end with the movie game yet again. But before we do that, quick abridged outro. Thank you so much for listening to this additional episode this week, episode 409. We love you. We appreciate you. You want to support us, leave us a review on Apple Podcasts or Spotify or wherever you listen to the show. Follow us on social media at Pass Controller. You can go to passcontroller.io to find everything we do. We appreciate you. We hope you take the time to leave us a review. It's very beneficial. You can spend money with us in a lot of different ways. Twitch.tv/PassController. Find us on YouTube. Search Pass the Controller Podcast. PassController.threadless.com. Patreon.com/PassController. Plenty of ways. They're all out there for you. We appreciate you. Without further ado, the movie game. The leaderboard now currently stands Mike losing his lead after having a few week lead. Dom in first with 11 points. Mike in second with 10 points. And Todd still sitting down there in 4 point land. I will say, the last time we recorded and Todd wasn't here, Todd had texted me and said to give him 2 bonus points because Todd wasn't here. So I have 2 bonus points sitting in parentheses for Todd with that note.
I didn't say 2. I said 6.
So we'll see if those are.
I don't want no bonus points.
They're in the parentheses. We'll just see. We'll bring them up later in the year to make fun of you when you're still in last. So the movie game. The way this goes, if you've never listened to before, I'm going to read facts and clues about 3 movies. First person to guess the movie right gets the point. Without further ado, movie number 1. This 1991 rated R film clocks in at 1 hour and 52 minutes.
Jurassic Park.
Ba-na-na-na. No.
Rated R.
91.
I don't know.
This film
Was it 93?
Yeah.
This film has 27 nominations, including 12 wins. It has 2 Oscar nominations, but no wins. It has a nomination for Best Director and nomination for Best Writing Screenplay written directly for the screen.
Is it Boys in the Hood?
It is indeed Boys in the Hood.
Because the boys in the hood are always hot.
Dom is strengthening his lead. Let me pull up the second movie here. Dom's
He's going to go ahead and change all the movies?
No. Listen, last episode, there was no true through line. Who's to say if
2 Gemma Chan's movie. We talked about this. The middle one didn't have anything that I could see.
Who's to say? We're playing some fast and loose with the rules now. Movie number 2. This 2001 PG-13 film clocks in at 1 hour and 30 minutes. That's a fucking sweet spot right there. Hour and 30. Whew, I'm in. I'm out. It's great. This film has 22 nominations, including 10 wins, with 0 Oscars.
Oh, are we there yet?
Incorrect.
Aw.
2001.
This
2001? I thought it was 2012.
This film has a
Wait, you said 2001?
2001 has a 51% on Rotten Tomatoes for critic score and a 74% for audience score.
Oh, it's Donnie Darko.
Incorrect. Oh, what the fuck? There's no You May Also Like. Oh, and there is. I'm sorry. I scrolled past it. I scrolled past it. You Might Also Like. No, I literally can't. I literally can't do this one. It's way too helpful. I'm sorry. I'll come back to that. I'll come back to that.
It's too helpful. He's always like, "Oh, these things don't help. These don't help. Oh, never mind. This one will help."
Fine.
I can't tell you.
Fine, Mike.
No.
No. Pick 1 through 5, Mike.
4.
Oh no, I can't give you that one.
It's like this. It's like the direct sequel to whatever film he picked.
No,
Probably.
you probably picked one of 2 that are not helpful.
That's fine.
The Tuxedo.
Mm.
And I'll give you number 5.
Mm-hmm.
Simon Says.
Okay, so it's Rush
What
Hour.
Simon Says?
Incorrect.
Oh,
Rush Hour
it's
2.
Shanghai Nights.
It is indeed Rush Hour 2.
Oh, God damn it.
The You Might Also Like is Rush Hour 3, Rush Hour, Shanghai Nights, Tuxedo, and Simon Says. That's why when I looked at it, I was like, I can't read that. That's just everything but this movie. Okay. Todd, you gonna step up to the plate, Todd? You gonna?
Probably not.
He was close. He picked one of the Shanghai movies.
All right. Now we go into Devil Horns. because I thought those were two softballs. So now we're devil hornsing it up. This movie number 3, final movie. This 2018 rated R film clocks in at 1 hour and 40 minutes. Awards. This movie has 3 nominations.
But how many wins?
0.
We all Razzies.
It has a Teen Choice Award in 2018 for Fight nomination.
Rated R movie?
It has
Not best fight, just fight.
Fight. It has a nomination from the Hollywood Music and Media Awards for Outstanding Music Supervision Film. And it has a nomination from Legionnaires of Laughter Legacy Awards for Best Comedy Film.
2018.
Comedy,
Rated R.
Comedy with a fight.
Comedy with a fight.
Rotten Tomatoes has this
Who else?
with a 56% tomato meter and a 57% audience score.
Ooh.
I'm pretty sure at
everyone's
least
in line.
I'm pretty sure Mike has seen this movie. I don't know if anyone else has.
probably-
I'm
I
pretty sure
probably
Mike's
have.
seen it. Mike's a big
I watch
movie guy.
movies.
2018. Is it Sausage Party?
No.
Oh, it's a good guess.
Is it 2018?
I can see what Dom's going for.
Yeah.
I'm not
Oh,
going
is
to
it
be able to
Green?
stop
No,
him,
no, that's
so.
Green Hornet. No, that's not. Oh, that's PG.
Incorrect.
That was one of his.
Rotten Tomatoes says you might also like Blockers.
I don't know what that is.
Oh, okay. So I was going in the wrong direction. Is it
What's-
Neighbors?
Incorrect.
Is it Neighbors 2?
Incorrect. Buddy Games. The House. Action Point. And
This is-
Never Going Back. The internet lists this movie with a budget of $28 million. Oh, so does Box Office Mojo. $28 million with a worldwide take of $78 million.
Okay. All right. Is it Office Christmas Party?
Incorrect.
Game night.
Incorrect. Let's see here.
It was rated R, correct? I already forgot.
Yeah.
Yes. You may know
What else was he in?
at least one actor, at least 2 actors. Is this other person also there?
You might recognize at least
Just
2
random
actors.
amount of people.
At
As-
least 2 actors from the MCU. And at least 1 actor from a Marvel property that is, I guess, maybe technically with multiverse shenanigans, part of the MCU, but not part of the MCU.
Mm-hmm.
2018. He said comedy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
You
Otherwise, I'm
may
running with the wrong time.
recognize at least 2 actors/actresses in this film from the hit television series The Office.
I knew it.
Mm.
The tag.
It is indeed tagged.
Shut the fuck up, really. Want to know a little trivia?
Do tell.
I commented on a TikTok when Dave Port and I did an interview with the guys from Tag, and I said the most stupid comment that just pointed out the obvious, and I got like 23K likes. I don't even understand.
That's how TikTok works. That's how TikTok works.
Have you seen that movie, Todd?
I have, yeah.
Have you seen it, Mike?
No.
Tag
Oh.
is what? It's Jeremy Renner.
Yes.
What's his name from
Ed Helms.
Yes.
Yeah, the guy from Mad Men,
Yes.
John
Hannibal
Hamm.
Buress.
Yes.
Who's the other Office guy? Why am I blanking?
It's a girl.
Ellie Kemper? Is she in it?
That's what I was thinking.
I don't know if
No.
they're in it, but that's not who
Oh.
I'm talking about. Rashida Jones.
Okay.
The poster for this film has Jeremy Renner, Hannibal Buress, Ed Helms, John Hamm, and the other like tangential MCU person. I don't know if this like is Across the Spider-Verse part of like the broad MCU at this point with multiverse. Is that like a thing or no? I have no idea.
I mean,
Oh yeah, it's got what's his name from New
we'll
Girl.
say
Yeah,
yes.
Jake Johnson is the other person.
I was stuck on. Initially, I thought it was Seth Rogen, and then I got stuck on being a John Cena movie.
I was gonna either say
I went here from Hannibal Buress. I was like, let me fucking pull up Hannibal Buress.
if it wasn't Tag, I was gonna say what's it called? The remake of the National Lampoon's Vacation. I think it was called Vacation.
Yeah, I think it was just called Vacation. I'm surprised Todd has seen this. This seems like a easy Mike pick and not a Todd fucking.
No.
Sometimes I veg out the dumb movies.
Yeah, I remember it coming out, but it didn't speak to me anyway. In the same way, like people have gone to bat for Game Night, and I've seen part of Game Night on a plane.
Game Night's
it seemed
amazing.
fine.
Like
It seemed fine,
Game
but,
Night is
like,
amazing.
I wonder if Rush Hour holds up. I remember really liking Rush Hour back in
I
the
get-
day.
I bet it
remember
does.
loving the
Same.
Rush Hour.
I loved
movie.
all. Yeah, I find it hard to believe it doesn't hold up.
Like I'll get made fun of by Jen anytime I bring up Silver Lining Playbook, but like,
Why? She doesn't like it?
no, she thinks it's a bad movie.
What? That's insane. She's like one of the only people in the world that thinks that movie's
Yeah,
bad.
but like,
Like,
I think part of the reason why I like that movie so much is because I think Chris Tucker's so good in that movie, like so
great in that
fucking
movie.
good in that movie. And I was like, I don't know, I'm not like super familiar with Chris Tucker's fucking movie catalog.
That was like the first movie he did in a while too. Like,
that's what
that was
that's what I felt. I felt like I didn't really see him in anything at all outside of like the Friday movies and fucking Rush Hour.
I
I actually-
pick Fifth Element next.
Oh, I've seen
Oh,
Fifth
yeah.
Element, yeah.
Yeah.
But that's older. Like that's before Friday and Rush Hour, no?
I want to say it was like 95-ish. Right?
97.
Let me just pull up his IMDb because now I'm just curious what his is looking like. So you got House Party 3. I've never seen any of the House Party movies.
My mom used to have like House Party 1 or 2 on VHS, and I used to watch it, even though I definitely shouldn't have been able to. That was some poor parenting there.
Friday was 1995. Dead Presidents I've never seen. That was also 95. Fifth Element is 97. Money Talks,
Oh, I
97.
forgot he's in Jackie Brown.
Jackie Brown is 97. Rush Hour is 98. Rush Hour 2, 2001. Rush Hour 3, 2007. Yeah, so I mean, like 2007 to 2012 is when Silver Lining Playbook came out.
Who was he in Jackie Brown? I don't remember him in that.
Beaumont Livingston.
Oh wait, I do remember who he is in that movie. Okay, yeah. He was also in Air, which I didn't see Air yet.
Oh yeah, I wanted to see
I
her.
do want to see that too. Yeah. I mean, I gotta support the Dun Kings now. Everything the Dun Kings are doing, I gotta get on board because
Ben Affleck's a good director.
Tommy Touchdown. I liked Argo. Argo was good.
Argo, The Town. You should watch Gone Baby Gone. I should pick that.
I
That's
have
a
seen
great
that movie. I've seen Gone Baby Gone. I think is that the one like he kills his wife or his wife kills him or something?
No, that's a different movie. That's
Or
a
is that,
Fincher
is that
movie.
Gone Girl or something?
That's Gone Girl, yeah.
But I think I've
I
seen
do
Gone
wanna
Baby
watch Gone
Gone.
Girl.
Gone Baby Gone's with Casey Affleck. I don't even think Ben Affleck's in the movie.
Gone
Ed
Girl.
Harris.
Wait, Ben Affleck is in Gone Girl.
Is he
Yeah,
in
he's
that?
the main actor.
He's in Gone Girl, not Gone Baby Gone.
Oh, Gone Baby Gone. Yeah.
What am I talking about?
Gone Girl.
Different
Oh, that's why
movies.
this came up, I think. Okay. Last night, this is like, we'll end the podcast after this. Last night, we were watching, what the fuck were we watching? We were watching something on YouTube, and then like one of the next suggested things was, oh no, that's what it was. Okay. we were watching something on YouTube, and there was like a suggested like popular video that was like a new Miley Cyrus song that is produced by Pharrell. So we clicked on it because like we haven't heard it yet, and we were listening to it, and I was like, oh, this is fine, whatever. But like the beat sounded super familiar, and I was like, this just sounds like another Pharrell song, and it sounded like Blurred Lines. So then we put the music video on for Blurred Lines, which if you have not watched that music video in a long time, which I haven't watched since like high school.
There's two versions. There's one where they're naked.
Oh yeah. But like I forgot like everything about that. And then we watched it and I was like, I don't give a fuck about Robin Thicke, but like the song's still kind of a jam. Like it's kind of just a jam.
They got sued though and then disappeared.
But that music video is like so weird and like potentially like, I don't know, maybe ahead of its time. Not that it's like anything substantial, but it's just like them silly dancing in a fucking white room.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's very bizarre. But Emily Ratajkowski or whatever, which like that person is like not a thing in my head. And Jen was like, "Oh no, she was like this blah blah blah." So like I looked her up to like see her thing. She's in Gone Girl, and that's why I was like thinking about Gone Girl because we talked about it last night. What the fuck is the other movie? Baby Gone. Oh no, I have not seen this movie. Yeah, all right. Anyways, that'll do it for this week's episode 409. We appreciate you. We will see you